Hello, guys. So let's take a quick look at what Bitcoin is doing at the moment, okay? Both from the weekly and the monthly level. So you can see that this is on a monthly time frame. You can see monthly, right? Meaning one candle here represents 1 month. Okay. So before doing anything, I would like to quickly introduce you guys to an indicator that I like to look at from a higher time frame level now, maybe on the weekly or on the monthly. So let me bring in the 12 and the 21 weekly and monthly moving average, okay, EMA. So if you can look at it from the 12 and 21 from an investment perspective now, you can see that anytime that price hits this level, right? Price what we have that bounce, right? And immediately price starts breaking below now, right? Now price is currently bearish, and now price is currently coming into that level of the 12 and the 21 weekly or monthly EMA rather, right? So from a higher time frame perspective, there's a the probability now favors to the downside. You can see, right? Just like we had previously, if you look at, if you go back to history, anytime that price breaks above this level, right, we usually have that strong move to the upside. And whenever price starts breaking below, right, you can see that price becomes bearish on the lower time frame. Okay, so and whenever price starts going above again, the same thing, right, we start becoming bullish. Price starts going to the upside. So that being said, I'm just trying to let you guys know that from using this indicator now, you can see that price is currently bearish. Okay, so right now this is the point I'm currently looking at this level here, around this 82 83k level. Okay, so probably there's a high chance that price may start pulling back from this level. Okay, so very simple to understand, very easy to understand. So now let's take the indicator out. And now let's start looking at what price is currently doing. Let's switch back to the weekly. Okay, so you can see on the weekly, from an investment perspective, price is currently at the level of demand. And if you understand the way we do it from an investment perspective, what we do is we just buy with dollar cost average at any level of demand. You can see that BTC from the high went down to around 50k decline, right? And we bought some BTC around this level here. Okay, so what we're doing is we're just dollar cost averaging as price goes lower, right? If eventually price starts pulling back at any point, right, we are going to buy price in BTC cheaper at a lower level, somewhere around here, right? You can see that is the next level of demand. And if you bring this price stuff down here, you can see that price will be around a 66% decline from the high, and that is significant. From the high, price will be around 66% decline. Okay, so you want to be what dollar cost averaging, and I'll explain to you the way dollar cost averaging works, right? You want to buy if price goes lower, and when price keeps going lower, you have more cash to buy. So if you have 1k, let's say you're buying with $500 around this level. If price keeps going lower, you still have extra $500 to buy again around this level, right? So that's very simple from an investment perspective. Very simple. Okay, that's all you need to understand as an investor. As long as you have high conviction on the asset, that over a long period of time BTC is still going to be what here. Okay, so very easy to understand. Now let me pull off the investment cap and put on the trading cap now. So from a trading perspective, if you see, we were going to focus on market structure, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and this is where price actually broke the structure. And since then, we've been on a lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So in order for us to eventually turn bullish again, price has to break this structure. So you can see that price is currently pulling higher now, right? Price has to now break this structure for us to now start switching towards to being bullish now. Okay, so let me take this off first so that it doesn't confuse you. So now price has to break this point in order to for you to now start switching bullish. So if price breaks this point, start pulling back, what you want to be looking for now are levels of demand now, right? From a trading perspective now, you want to start looking for a level of demand to what, be a buyer at this point here. Okay, very easy to understand. So that being said, what do we have currently? Um, what we have currently now is that you can see that price is currently heading into this level. Okay, let's take it this way now. Hold on, delete this one. You can see that price is currently on a lower low, lower high. So you want to what? Go with the trend at the moment from a trading perspective now, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. What's the next thing we want to have? Lower high, lower low, lower high. Do you understand? So you want to what? Go with the trend. So at this point now, what is the next thing we're looking for now is what? Another lower high. Okay? Lower high. So this is where the probability is currently favoring us now, right now. Okay? So that's one. Another thing you want to take note of it now is that now from a trading perspective, what you want to be looking for is what? A level of what? Strong sell now, right? Because you're looking for what? A lower high, right? A lower high. So what is the next level of strong sell you were looking at now? Is this point here, right? This is your strong sell. We do this in red since it's a sell. So now, why is it a level of strong sell? Because you can see that price consolidated around here before we had that pull to the downside. Now price is currently coming back into that point that we've been discussing for a very long time. Okay, so now we want to be looking to be a seller at this point. That's the probability now, right? So are you just going to buy at this point and expect price to go down? No. Remember that what we used to look for now is we'll now have to go into the lower time frame and look for what? Price trending, and then price eventually broke the market structure, and then we'll be looking to be a seller at this point here, and then our stop loss above and our take profit below here. Okay, very easy to understand. Hope that makes sense, guys. So that's just everything you need to understand. That's just all. Okay, so we're looking to be a seller here in order to get that what? Lower low, lower low, lower high, right? And then probably we'll eventually get another lower low around this point, right? Does that make sense? So that's all we're looking to be from a trading perspective. Then if we move into the lower time frame, let's say daily or weekly, let's stay at the daily. You can see that price has been trending on the daily. So what we want to be looking for now is, you can see higher high, higher low, higher high. Let's say we had another higher low, higher high, higher low. Then this will now have, we will now eventually have a market structure break. So something like this: high low, right? Then we now have a market structure, okay, higher high again, and then we'll have a market structure. Hold on, let's do this: higher high, higher low, high, low, high. Then eventually we have a market structure break, then pull back into what? Supply. Then this is where we'll be looking towards be a seller. Okay, so I hope it makes sense now on the lower time frame. This is what we'll be looking at, we'll be expecting to develop. And if you remember on the monthly time frame, when I actually pointed out on the monthly time frame, I'm bringing in the moving average, those moving average. You can see that it is going to be a confluence now, that okay, this gives it a more higher probability that it's going to play out. Doesn't mean that it's going to play out, but it gives it a higher probability of playing out. So it is more of a confluence now from a monthly time frame with those moving average, you can see. Okay, so that's exactly what I'm expecting to develop. So let's see how the days and the weeks unfold. Okay, so don't forget to like this video and share it with anybody that you feel like is going to make sense to, or is going to help, and I'll see you in the next. Okay.